Well, the Microsoft conference just ended right now, and wow, they had a lot to show. This is a long conference that they had 100 minutes of things to show, over 50 games, 15 exclusives, and all this, and they showed a lot. I'm not gonna lie, they had a lot to show. So they started off the conference with a new Halo game, Halo Infinite. They didn't show too much. It's like a little cinematic trailer showing that it's on this new engine. Uh, Looks to be pretty vast. I don't know what it's going to entail story-wise. I do enjoy Halo. I felt Halo 3 should have been the last one. Because when it says finish the fight and then you go on to have 3 other games, it gets a bit weird. But new Halo, so I'm sure that's pretty cool. I'll be interested to see what they're going to go with it direction wise, so that'll be interesting. They also went into the new Ori game. We now have a release of next year. I have not played the original Ori. I saw a playthrough of it years ago, and I really thought this game was cool. And I've been wanting an Xbox to just play it. So hopefully at some point I'm gonna get an Xbox One. The first game I'm gonna get is gonna be Rare Replay and probably this too. They then moved on to the new From Software game. It's not Tenchu. It looks like it's just its own separate thing. Yeah, Sekiro. Just to get the title. Yeah, it's very bootleg in this, but yeah, Sekiro. It's got kind of reminded me a lot of like Neo, which reminded me a lot of Dark Souls, but it's got some cool stuff too. It looks like they're doing some cool stuff with the movement. It seems a lot faster than usual Souls games and like Bloodborne. And I was pretty stoked for this one. This looks cool. Like the stuff like there with the movement and how you're getting around. Like, I'm also really a big sucker of samurai games, so I'm very much looking forward to when this game comes out and what they're gonna do with it. It's gonna be hard, so I'm ready for that. So then Todd Phillipsman came out and showed off a trailer for Fallout 76 before the Bethesda showing. So we get a general idea. It looks like it is not going to be kind of what they said as like an online RPG. This looks way more like a traditional Fallout game. I couldn't tell from looking at it if this was like a new engine or if it's still like it's a modified version of the one they've been using since Fallout 3. But I'm sure we're going to be seeing more at the Bethesda showing, so I'll save my thoughts on that until then. But I thought the visuals of it and like kind of like the world they're doing for this one looks cool, so I'm interested. I did enjoy Fallout 4 to some degree, but I haven't been like huge in love since like New Vegas and 3. So hopefully this is the one that like gets me back to like that feeling when I first played Fallout 3. Oh yeah, we have a new Life is Strange game. This one, I think it's like the Adventures of Captain. I need to write these names down for this, but looks like it's its own just self-contained story in Life is Strange. You follow this like young boy with like this very adventurous mind, and you know I kind of like it a bit. Like as much as I dogged on Life is Strange, I was kind of all right with the story of it. I was like, you know, this isn't that bad. Like there's some dumb moments in it, and like how much they say hella and all this other stuff. But I was like, no, it's kind of a cool concept. And I think this looks all right too. It's actually coming out pretty soon, so we'll be seeing some more of that very soon. Next, they then moved on to Crackdown 3, which is delayed to next year. This game has been delayed for the entirety of the Xbox One's life cycle, but it looks like it's finally coming out next February. Hopefully the changes they made were for the best, because I heard it wasn't in the best shape last E3, so maybe the year off was needed. So we'll be seeing this game soon. I hope Terry Crews is in the entire game, just cracking jokes and one-liners, because I was enjoying it a lot in this trailer. So just give me a whole game of just Terry Crews one-liners and just going crazy. They then showed off some more footage of Metro Exodus. Looks like this one's also coming out next year. This one looks fine. I haven't played a lot of Metro games. Maybe I might give this one a try as my first. I don't know, but this looks cool. Then they moved on to Kingdom Hearts 3, which I didn't expect. Like, I didn't really think that they were gonna get it. Like, I should have known because like it's coming to Xbox One, but it's still kind of weird seeing it on like a Microsoft show. But yeah, this game looks incredible. While I was hesitant on the Frozen level, maybe this game will make me enjoy Frozen to some degree. And everything I'm saying of this game just looks even better. Like, they're starting to show off a lot more story points, and I'm loving everything about this. Like I said it in the video, I've been waiting 13 years for this game, and it looks to be everything I wanted. Like new gummy levels. Like, it's, oh my god. It's, like, I legit, after this press conference, I went back and watched it like 2 more times. This trailer, I'm probably gonna go watch it after I'm done with this video. Like, Kingdom Hearts is such a good game. But enough about my love of Kingdom Hearts. Let's move on to the next game they talked about, which actually I need to go back because, yeah, they had Battlefield 5. They didn't show anything of it. They showed like 30 seconds of Battlefield 5, and that was it. Like, it was pretty much a blink and you'll miss it. So I believe this was this MMORPG. I can't remember, but no, this was a Sea of Thieves. So Sea of Thieves is getting 2 new expansions coming. I think one in summer, one in September. It's cool at least that game's getting some support. It needs it because it seemed very, very bare bones at launch. So that it's getting some kind of support post-launch is good. And anything to just add more to it seems fine. So I'm fine in that. But yeah, they showed off Battlefield 5. Didn't learn anything new about it. They then went into like a longer look at the new Forza Horizons 4. Looks good. I think there's some of the cool stuff, like with how they're handling like the open world nature of the game, with like the racing and how the seasons are gonna play into how the game works with like the tracks. Like, I think that stuff's all right. Like, I've never been like I haven't been the biggest fan. Like, I never played a lot of Horizon like Forza games, but I know at least that they seem like pretty cool, competent like racers. Like, they look kind of more like the races I like to play. More that's where it's more on the arcadey side than realistic. So I was liking it. So it looks cool. See, a lot of this is coming from like the perspective of somebody who doesn't own an Xbox One, and like 360 was the last system like that I owned from them. So I missed a lot of the Forza games. Yeah. So they then also talked about their Game Pass. They're expanding it. They're doing like an even more premium one. And from this, I guess you can get a lot more like third-party games, first-party games, and they did get some announcements of some games that were coming today. I think Fallout 4, Division. That's coming to the Game Pass, which I didn't know too much about Game Pass, but it seems like a pretty alright deal. $10 a month, you can just like stream a bunch of games and get them. Like, there's some pretty big names in there. So yeah, they went into We Happy Few, and also before that, I can go back a bit. But Phil Spencer talked about how Microsoft has bought out 5 studios. I can't remember all the studios, but I know the biggest one that took my attention was Ninja Theory, that Microsoft bought them out. So I don't know where this is gonna lead with all the studios they bought, but I'm hoping it leads to more like exclusive games for the systems. I know Ninja Theory is a pretty good studio, so hopefully they can get some good stuff out of it. So yeah, We Happy Few, still working on it. Still seems like a cool game. This is the most like, I don't know why this was shown, because it didn't need to be in the show, but PUBG got shown, and they're talking about how like the new maps are coming, and they got some stuff coming later this year. It's like, can you guys first make this game playable? Like, last I saw of PUBG, it was still running at like 10 FPS, and like stuff and the graphics still weren't loading in. Like, I even mentioned it while watching. I was like, it's pretty sad when the mobile version of PUBG runs better than the Xbox One X version. Like, it's sad. But yeah, they talked about PUBG. I was like, the real announcement would have been like, hey, this game works. So yeah. They then moved on to a kind of a cool announcement. Tales of Vesperia is getting a deluxe edition for Xbox One. I have not played this Tales game. I've heard good things about it over time. Like, people really wanted it on PS3, and it just never came. But it's getting a port Xbox One. When I do eventually pick up my Xbox One, I'll probably give this one a try, because I've only played Symphonia. So maybe. So after that, Ubisoft then went into Division 2, this is probably the worst part of the conference. And it wasn't that the gameplay they were showing was bad. It's that Ubisoft, yet again, for whatever reason, they got the fake voice acting people back again. They're like, hey, oh, dude, I got this loot here. Oh, sweet. Oh, dude, I'm down. Whoa, that was sweet. Yo, dude. Oh, man. Like, I hate when I get the fake voice people. Like, no one talks like this when playing a game. Like, when you're playing with, like, a chat, nobody sounds like this. It sounds, like, really rehearsed and doesn't feel organic. Had they gone on stage with just 4 developers talking about the game like this, it would have been way more natural than just this fake, overproduced, like, segment. And they always do this. Like, I fully expect we're going to see it again at the Ubisoft showing. So, yeah, that was Division 2. I liked what I saw of it. I didn't play too much of Division 1, but I did like that game. Like, I played the beta of it. I think it's pretty fun. Like, especially when you get like a group of people and you start doing these missions, it can get pretty tough and gets pretty exhilarating at times. So this might be okay, but just know no one's gonna be sounding like this when we play the game. They're gonna be like, all right, let's do this. Okay. So then, actually, this is when they talked about the Game Pass and how it's going to be expanded. So after that, they went into their indie showcase where they show off a bunch of indies. There were a few in here that really took my eye. There was one called, I think, Saber. I don't know where it's at because they show these off really fast. So I can't, I don't really know when it was shown off, but there were a few games in here that vision looked pretty interesting that I was like, okay, I might need to keep a note on this. Because I remember they showed off Cuphead in that same situation where they showed it off in B-roll for like 3 seconds. And I had to go back and like look it up because it was probably the one that stood out the most. So yeah, they then went off to show a trailer for Tomb Raider. This is the final one for the trilogy. I haven't played any of these newer Tomb Raider games. I always felt it borrowed real heavily from Uncharted and how it plays compared to like an older style Tomb Raider. So at some point in time, I'll give this game a look, just because maybe I've heard like some alright things about the first 2 that came out in this new trilogy, and they're definitely way cheaper now. So at some point in time, when I have some time, I may give this game a look. So then they went into the kind of another surprise of the show, but Devil May Cry 5. And at first, I didn't even know how to react because it's like, wait, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like almost like, I thought this was DMC to Dante, but no, it's Nero with like kind of a newer design. And it looks like they're going back to more of a Devil May Cry 4 style of combat, which I really enjoy. You also see Dante at the end, which I'm still mad they cut away from it and like had it off screen. But it's just good to be in a world where Devil May Cry 5 is back. Like, after DMC, I was just so hurt by the series and how they treated the fan base. So seeing a classic style Devil May Cry game, like, it's good to see. So I'm very much looking forward to 5. I'm excited to see more with it. Especially if they give like Dante his old commands, you can play as him. Oh yeah, Cuphead's getting expansion for next year. It's great to see some more stuff with Cuphead come out. I'll gladly see Cuphead stuff for the next 4 years. Like, just keep making games in that world. This was one of the standout, probably, indie games of the show when it loads. This game right here. I thought this game looked really cool. I love the visual style of it. I think the gameplay part of it also looks pretty fun. And I was genuinely like, all right, can I get this title? Because I want to keep an eye on this game. I think I'll learn the name in a second. Actually, I'm just gonna. Dang it! I think should I get the name? Yeah, I'm just gonna let this play because I want to get the name for this. I don't want to forget. I can write it down. But Tunic, yeah. So Tunic was another standout for me because I was like, this looks cool. I might have to keep an eye on that one. Like that looks all right. So after Tunic, they went into the game, and this is another one. I don't know why. Looking back now, I feel like an idiot that I didn't realize that was from Dragon Ball. But I was like, oh my god, are they doing Tekken X Street Fighter? Because I saw Bandai Namco, and it's like Naruto. I was like, oh, it's anime the game. And I think because I was so hurt that it wasn't Tekken X Street Fighter, I was kind of let down by this. But looking back at it, like this kind of seems all right. Like kind of like those J-Star fighting games. I don't know what's gonna entail, but I don't know why. It's just something funny to see just these characters in like New York. Like Goku in Times Square is an image I never thought I would see. Yeah, charging up in Times Square. So yeah, they showed off that game. Jump Start, I believe, is the name. And then they also premiered Dying Light 2. And they showed off a little demo of that and how they're changing the systems of the game. They added a lot more things to it. They have a lot more consequences, a lot more choices. I like Dying Light 1, so I'm looking forward to giving Dying Light 2 a try and picking this game up. Even though I'm kind of sick of zombie games, I thought Dying Light did some interesting things to the genre and made it like fun and added something new to it. So I'm there for Dying Light 2. So after Dying Light 2, we were getting close to the end of the show, and this is when we got the biggest betrayal of all time. You see the Gears logo, and then you see this ugly, big-headed creature peek its head onto the screen. Gears of War Pop, which is possibly one of the worst ideas I've heard for a game this E3 yet. Because, like, who is this for? Like, what person out there is like, Gears of War is a good series, but you know what this needs? It needs the pop figures. Those ugly figures that just infest every convention. We need a whole game dedicated to it. So yeah, Gears Pop. And then they showed off this tactical Gears game, which I was kind of digging. I was like, if we're just getting these two games, like at least this tactical game can like hold my interest a bit. Like it seems kind of okay. But then they were like, you know what? We're done fucking around. Here we go. Gears 5. You wanted it, and they didn't show too much of it. I couldn't really get too invested because I haven't played Gears 4, and I kind of after 3 I was done. Really, after 2, I felt Gears of War 1 and 2 were the best of the series, and while 3 was a fine game, I felt 2 was way better. Like 1 and 2 are classic games. And also, I was thinking like, oh, poor Cliff Bleszinski. Like he had to shut his studio down, and all this stuff happened this year, and then he just sees what they've done to his once beloved series, like his baby, made him all pops. But yeah, Gears 5. We're gonna see that next year at some point. I was kind of like, maybe. So then Phil Spencer ended off the show. He talked about how the future of Xbox, we have people working on stuff for the future you may see. So I feel next E3 we're probably going to see something to the degree of like maybe a teaser of the next Xbox system. Or who knows, maybe the next system, but I don't know. I feel Xbox, the new system was going to be 2020 or so. And then they ended it off with one final surprise. We got finally a reveal of Cyberpunk 2077 by CD Projekt Red. I was really digging this trailer, and I was just excited to see it. It's like, you know what? I have a lot of respect for CD Projekt Red, so I was real hyped for this, and I can't wait to see what more they're going to show this game, what they're going to do with it, and just concept. So I'm all in on 2077. I'm ready. Like, take your time, CD Projekt Red. If there's anything like Witcher 2 or Witcher 3 in terms of quality, then it's going to be a good game. And it's going to look great on PC probably. But after that was the Microsoft showing. That was pretty much everything. Overall, a pretty good showing. They showed a lot of stuff that I liked. Uh, there were some cool surprises there. I thought Devil May Cry 5 was a great surprise. And there is one announcement I forgot completely, and I feel bad if I did. Hold on, I gotta find this because it was one of those announcements where I got real psyched, and I was just so hurt after I found out what it was. I gotta find it. It's gonna be hard to find because it was real short too. It was real fast. It was kind of like a blink and you missed it announcement. But I couldn't. But I almost want to go back and watch my reaction because I was so hype and so excited for 5 seconds, and then when I found out what it was, I was just like let down. I don't know if I'm gonna find it here. I don't know which part it was, but they showed off this skating game, and they showed like just skating. I was like, oh my god, skate! I was like, Skate 4. Like we're finally getting Skate 4, and then it was a game called Session. And if you had seen the look on my face, all that hype was like deflated half. And I think I was kind of going through like a moment. I was like, it's still a skating game. I guess it could be okay. Which I'm still under that mindset. Like, I don't know what Session's going to be. I don't know what it's going to entail in the end. But as long as there's a good skating game out there, because with Tony Hawk, like the license being gone from Activision and EA not showing any signs of Skate 4 in the future, there's really nothing in terms of skating. So if some studio can come out and do a good job, then I'm all for it. So I hope to see more of that game in the future and that it maybe leads somewhere good. But yeah, that was a showing. Like I said, pretty good overall. They showed a lot of cool surprises, a lot of stuff I liked. They did a good job. Microsoft's been improving every year with their showings and what they're showing off, and I'm feeling pretty confident for the Xbox One. Like they're getting some stuff. I don't know all the exclusives they showed, like how much of it's going to be on PS4 or PC and that. But overall, good job. I give them like a B or so. Like good. So yeah, that's the recap for the Microsoft showing. Very surprised. So I will see you next time when I recap another conference, which should be Bethesda in a few hours. So I will see you there.